All right, everybody, welcome back. So I continued to work a little bit more on this perspective drawing. I added another building. I erased some unwanted lines. I also created a little sign on the top, and I just want to show that to you guys briefly. Same idea as you're creating this box. So you create a middle line, and everything on one side of the middle line, so say like the right-hand side, will go to this vanishing point. So we'll go to the right vanishing point, and I made the two lines here. Then anything to the opposite side, which is the left of that middle line, will go to the opposite vanishing point, which is the right side, left side. And I just made the two lines that way. And I continue to make the line straight, so then we just have the vertical as well. So just a little sign that pops on the top. Because this is already into proper perspective, if you do have lettering, you just follow the same perspective with the top and bottom, so you have that right lettering that goes correctly of how you would see it at an angle. Okay, so we're at the end stages now. Next, we're going to go ahead and add a sidewalk. So it's really important that you have these straight lines still at the bottom, and we're going to just make them a little bit darker. What I'm going to do is I'm going to continue my line now a little bit longer. So you see if I made it about maybe 1.5 inches longer than it was before. And then I'm going to also do the opposite side, just again, clean the line up since we did a lot of erasing and drawing over it. And we're also going to make a little bit of a longer line. So this is already starting to get illusion of flat perspective, a different plane is happening. Next, what I want to do is I'm going to start again on the right-hand side. And I'm going to hold my hand again where that vanishing point is. And I'm going to extend this out just a little bit, maybe about 1 inch so. We'll just continue it straight. So I just now made a sidewalk. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the straight lines on this one sidewalk. This is the part that you want to really be clear and watch out for. This vanishing point on the left-hand side, we're going to utilize to make all the lines that are straight to intersect a flat plane, to look like you're walking on top of a surface. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my ruler on top of the left-hand vanishing point, and I'm going to make a straight line. Then I'm going to go ahead and do the same idea where I'm just working now counterclockwise, almost like a hand on the clock, keeping everything straight in terms of holding onto that vanishing point. It doesn't matter how wide or how thin you make it. You can make them even smaller as they recede in the background. For this, we're just making these lines just to show that sense of flatness. Okay, so this is one side of the sidewalk. Now we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So what we did before is we already made that straight line a little darker. We're now going to go ahead and just allow the kind of V shape to be a little bit wider. And now I'm going to use the right-hand side of the vanishing point to make all of my straight lines to make that flat plane as well. So if you're noticing, a lot of this is very redundant, very repetitive, and you create a great system as you keep going. You can really get absorbed in this process. It's really fun because you really have great results that happen as you're creating these perspective drawings. Okay, so now here is my sidewalk. Now what's neat is you can extend the sidewalk, you can actually have more buildings, you can make this look like you're actually walking into a scene. We're just working on one side. Let's go ahead and just add some trees, and then this will be our end of the assignment. So in this case, not all trees are like this, but sometimes when you're looking down a boulevard, you see that the trees are taller, closer up, and as they recede, they get thinner, smaller, shorter, just like kind of the train tracks in one-point perspective idea. So in this case, I'm going to use this vanishing point. We're going to add some trees to this side here first. And I'm going to say the length of my trees, or the height of them, will be here. It's kind of just making this up. So I'm going to have the height here. Now I'm going to make little trees, and they're going to follow the same height that I just created for this line. I could keep my horizon line here just to show that there's a plane, like maybe there's a park in the background, just that flat surface. So we have a sense of placement in the piece. So I'm going to make a straight line, and then I know we already had a little demo on trees. I'm just making little squiggly lines. Could be any type of tree that you want to make. And then I'm gonna just make like kind of a plane that it's seated on a surface. Then I'm going to make another tree. They could be further apart. These are kind of close together. Now again, some trees, when you really look at this in reality, sometimes they just grow a little bit taller than others. This is more just playing with that illusion where they all follow in alignment with each other. Okay, so again, creating that illusion where now we have this perspective of the depth of a tree. All right, you guys can do it to the other side, but this is our 2-point perspective city. Yay! Thank you.